Magandang hapon po, Naim Magamalem, Just Agnina, thanks for coming, no? Salamat po. Medyo matagal na tayo hindi nakita. First press con yata natin,
Second
no?
time po, after the election.
Hindi, pero this term.
Okay.
Oo.
Oo nga pala,
First
nung
election,
last
first
first
election.
term pa ninyo.
First press con in this new term, no? June 30 noontime, di ba? So, yeah, thanks for coming. Well, wala naman siguro major updates. I know you guys have some questions regarding our different developments, properties. But of course, last week medyo ano, ginawang bahay yata ang Malacanang. So, sanay na kami. Um, Including me, of course, no? Even though I'm not necessarily part of the first family um, extended. Um, But I think I'll be going back also on Friday kasi may governor's dinner with PBBM. So siguro I'll take that chance also to talk to my uncle regarding yung mga plano natin dito. But siguro nabalitaan ko din kanina na tungkol sa libreng sakay, 'di ba? Na nag-end on July 3, sabi ni PBBM na itutuloy daw niya at lalawakin pa niya yung scope, no? Especially sa mga estudyante daw. And then I think may plano daw sila for the support or subsidy sa mga PUV drivers natin, 'di ba? Dahil sa gas. Kahapon, siguro alam niyo na we gave 4,000 sa lahat ng JODA, no? Sa lahat ng mga jeepney driver sa buong probinsya. And I think today, I don't think I'll be able to attend but magsa-start na tayo sa mga TODA, sa mga tricycle naman. So we'll be giving 4,000 across the board to all PUV drivers, tricycle and jeepney. And buti na lang tumaas ang fare nila, no? Yung recently, I think that was last week ba, nag-raise ang LTFRB ng rates, fair hike, no? So we'll be keeping a close eye sa presyo, no, ng oil and happy to give more subsidy to the PUV drivers, no, in the future. Ano pa ba? Siguro ano na lang, open forum na lang. Magtanong na lang kayo.
Okay po, maraming salamat po. First to ask question, her question, Leilani of PNA.
Good afternoon, Gov. My question is regarding sa agriculture. We have mentioned before dun sa inaugural speech po natin that you will focus on agri-processing. Any particular product or products we wish to focus on? And may mga investors na po ba tayo who are interested to venture in this kind of business? Thank you.
Thank you. Magandang hapon. Right. For agriculture, for example, I met the family of the late dragon fruit queen, 'di ba? Si Manang Editha. Um, Kausap ko po si Mimi, ang daughter niya who's taking over. I think syempre we have to start there, no? Kasi medyo nag-succeed na silang dalawa, 'di ba? Mang Carding, who I saw also earlier, kasi nagbigay po kami ng suporta sa mga mango farmers, corn growers sa in-effect. Those two siguro starting points kasi, 'di ba? Successful na eh, no? Nag-commercialize na sila in Manang Editha, in dragon fruit and Mangkarding in mango. So unfortunately, when I spoke to Mimi, the Koy, sabi nila halos wala pa since COVID. So I was encouraging them to resume na. Kasi I think makakahanap naman tayo ng market para sa kanila. But medyo nasa COVID mode pa sila, no? So I was pushing them a bit na, kakayanin natin basta let's resume, no? Let's resume yung plantation and yung harvest and then tutulong po kami. Yusek Christine Evangelista has been a great help also. She is on the marketing side of the DA. Kalimutan ko na yung department nila, AADA, ADA or something. Basta marketing side, marketing arm ng DA which connects itong mga farmers natin sa mga buyers. So mga kliyente nila at mga network nila is groceries, restaurants sa Manila na malaki rin ang demand. So, very grateful to you, Sec Christine, na tumutulong sa amin and we're able to sell directly. No? And then, kumbaga, kami na po ang middlemen uh, sa pagbenta. And, well, our priority crops for the most part, no? Beyond mango and dragon fruit, syempre nandun pa din ang garlic, no? Na we, of course, we want to work on the, or look at least yung processing side ng garlic. I'm not sure, maybe canned or jarred, no, garlic, some sort of drying process. Syempre, yung medyo high-tech po dun is the black garlic, no, na ginagawa ng MMSU. But we want to further commercialize, no, itong black garlic kasi it hasn't really been made available, no? Kahit tayo nga lang, if we want to buy black garlic dito, di ba? So, we want to make sure na talagang practical, no? At applicable at available yung mga produkto natin. In addition to those three, the ones we've shortlisted, um, munggo, no, mung bean and um, malunggay, 'di ba? Yun ang gusto ni Sen eh. Munggo at malunggay, yun ang gusto ni Sen. But of course, in terms of kung ano yung mga sanay na tayo, mango, dragon fruit, shallots, corn, 'di ba? Even peanuts, surprisingly, top producer tayo in the country. So may potential din doon. And then we have medyo small amounts in terms of watermelon and other things. But one of the things I've emphasized to yung agri team natin is mag-prioritize na tayo. Kasi mahirap pag mga 6 o 8 yung priority mo, mawawala eh. Or you can't do any. So we suggested let's focus muna garlic, mango, dragon fruit, mga HVCs. Corn, kasi madami na yun, no? Established na. So let's focus on those four and then plus two na lang. Medyo, of course, we support yung pinupush ni Sen na malunggay and monggo. In fact, there's a FDA malunggay company here, di ba? Yung Aiden Moringa sa Pidig. Ayun. Right. Oh, and then the other one is tomato pala. Now that you mentioned Sarat, di ba? We have the 100 million from DA for our tomato processing plant. And then sana ma-reactivate na rin yung NFC, 'di ba? Northern Foods Corporation na nandun pa. Yeah, privatized na po. Sinign po ni former President Digong, no, na privatize na. So we're looking for an investor there. And yeah, regarding SM kasi binanggit ko nun sa SP, I think some of you picked it up. I've been in touch with the SM group. So they will hopefully be breaking ground this year. I think na-finalize lahat ng mga lote na consolidate na. So mag-break ground yata sila this year and by 2024. Uh, Hopefully, SM will already open its doors dito po sa Lawag City. So 2024. And while we're on the topic of construction, uh, May mga percentages dito, gusto niyo bang malaman? Okay. Sa Stadium 74, and we will finish Stadium August. Right, August. Dapayan 58 almost. And Capital 68. And both will be hopefully finished by this December. So all three sana before Christmas this year.
Okay? Tungkol pa rin sa agriculture, Gov, may follow-up yata si Anthony.
Good afternoon, Gub. Yung nasabi niyo po yung mga produkto natin, parang magkasya yata sa yung sinasabi natin na food terminal na doon na natin ibabagsak yung mga produkto ng ating mga kababayan.
Ano tawag doon? Trading post. Oo.
Yes, sir.
Bagsakan, oo. Salamat sa tanong. We're we're working with MMSU kasi MMSU may lote and medyo centralized. So former SecDar allotted funds for us, no, dito sa Bagsakan, and we're studying how exactly to implement best, no. Pero yun ang initial plano namin sa MMSU kasi I think one of the largest landholders ang MMSU, 'di ba? So and then we're hoping to work with President Shirley also on other things, no? Kasi yung FIC, Food Innovation Center yata nila. Maganda rin yung product processing nila doon eh. Kaya lang uh, uh, medyo kulang yung paggamit, especially by the farmers. And then nandun pa yung research, no? So maganda siguro i-strengthen yung partnership with MMSU, including itong bagsakan. And after all, Batak is somewhat centralized naman, no? Especially going south, medyo um, going out of Badok if it's by land. So that's the initial plan sa bagsakan or trading post.
Banggit niyo po kanina, Gub, yung NFC.
Hmm.
So sa susunod na planting season po, talagang magtatanim na po yung ating mga magsasaka ng kamatis.
Yeah. So ayun nga po, because NFC has been out of business for so long, medyo I think kumonti na rin yung mga tomato growers. So in fact, that's why USEC Christine has been such a big help kasi yun talaga plano natin sa agri, no? Na gusto natin maging market based or market driven, 'di ba? Na sana naman wag tayong magtatanim kung wala tayong market, 'di ba? So yun palagi ang kumbaga ano natin, North Star, 'di ba? Doon tayo tututok, no? Kung saan may magandang market. And in fact, even before we prepare or plant or condition, dapat you know, either nakakontrata na or may agreement na. So we know how much we can sell at what price and to whom, 'di ba? Yun ang mahalaga. So we're trying to become more market driven, and yun nga, in line with our shift to HVCs, 'di ba? Kasi syempre palay mukhang hopeless na, 'di ba? We take our cue also from PBBM, who's now our acting DA Sec, na sabi nga niya, 'di ba, na pag-isipin natin yung competitive advantage natin, 'di ba? Meaning uh, um, hindi lang food sufficiency or food security. Kasi kumbaga economies of scale, 'di ba? If we are more suited to certain crops at mas kikita tayo doon, And then yung cash na lang, 'di ba, gagamitin natin para dun sa mga kulang, economically mas pabor sa atin, 'di ba? So ibig sabihin, we don't have to produce everything we need. We should actually produce what we are better suited or kung ano yung mas advantageous, 'di ba, sa atin. Kung saan tayo may competitive advantage, dapat dun tayo. Yun ang sinasabi niya about competitive advantage. So, medyo iba yung approach, no? As opposed to the usual food security, 'di ba? Making sure na uh, we have enough of everything we need. Um, and then, of course, tuloy-tuloy pa din ang, I think may kulang tayo. For example, irrigation. No, I'm hoping in this term, itong inisaip, 'di ba? Inisaip stands for Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Abra, uh, IP, irrigation project. Tama. Tatlong provinces. It's NIA's project that was crafted nung panahon pa ng lolo ko na hindi pa napatupad. So, ilang dekada na. And this will basically bring the water from Abra down to us and then to Sur. And it will provide irrigation for most of the eastern towns of Ilocos Norte. I think 13 towns. So most of our 23 towns will be really helped by this. So hopefully, with my Uncle Bong, 'di ba? Finally, we need this eh. Malaking bagay ito, itong irrigation. And then, pagdating sa agri, kulang din ang well, equipment and machinery and technology, syempre, kulang talaga. Unang-una. And then after that, yung warehousing, yung drying, 'di ba? All of the different stages, processing, transporting, hauling, marketing, lahat ng mga milling, 'di ba? So all of the ings na talagang medyo kulang tayo at each stage, no? But yun nga, sinasabi ng tito ko about the supply chain, the value chain, 'di ba? Yun din, I've been harping on this for years, no? Kasi nakita natin na medyo na-stuck tayo sa production lang talaga. You know, that's why in fairness to Mang Carding and Manang Edita, they were able to really make good, no? World-class products out of our produce, no? Until now, yung mga nakatakim ng Mango King dried mango, sinasabi nila mas masarap pa yata 'to kaysa Cebu, eh, 'di ba? So, quality products talaga ang kailangan natin. Moving to yung agribusiness and then also comes in yung um, agritourism, 'di ba? Kasama din 'yan. So, we can really do a lot and there's so much but yun talaga I think yung initial steps po natin, HVC, 'di ba? Mechanization, technology, 'di ba? Increasing yung production natin. And then thirdly, yung marketing. Na focus dun tayo sa market and then syempre irrigation and support, all of this stuff comes in, no? And then the FMRs na kailangan may maganda yung logistics and bagsakan will help also. And then itong cold storage, we were able to get a tomato cold storage and a fish cold storage. So makakatulong din to.
Okay po. Tapusin na lang natin dito bago kayo diyan. Si Jude, na
Hello, Apo Gob. Good afternoon po. Sir, kumusta na po yung supply ng pork and chicken products po natin and ano po yung mga so far nagawa ng provincial government po para makatulong somehow hindi mabitin yung mga residente sa nasabing food classification po?
Yeah, so with ASF, we're waiting on Banggi. So I reminded Mayor Fidel na patulong kasi sila na lang yung last town And I think kumbaga formality lang. And then once they pass, they fulfill yung mga requirements, we will be declared ASF free. And then we will be downgraded no, sa color status natin. Mag-yellow, mag-green na ba tayo? Parang ganun eh. Diba? Hindi, wala na tayo sa red eh, diba? So mag-green na tayo after that. Now, the problem is, sa ASF at least, dito muna tayo sa, ano ha, sa swine. Ang problema na yun natin sa swine is madaming requirements to repopulate. So, mahihirapan ang mga smaller growers na i-meet itong mga DA requirements. So, sabi ko kay Doc Lloyds, and maybe we can all help each other na rin para i-disseminate to, na kailangan may programa tayo para sa smaller or medium-sized swine growers na pwede sila mag-resume. Kasi, I think, dalawa yun eh. Either ayaw nila kasi takot, 'di ba? Kasi ang dami nilang lugi, or two, or both, and or hindi talaga nila kaya mag-fulfill ng requirements. Kasi ang dami mga biosecurity, mga bagong, syempre, tech and such, no, mga safeguards na sinasabi ng DA. So, either, one, may programa tayo to subsidize para kami na lang ang tutulong sa mga requirements nila. Or two, mag-shift na lang sila sa ibang livestock. 'Di ba? I don't know if they want to do, alam ko yung goat natin kulang. If you review, I recently reviewed yung livestock stats ng probinsya natin. Dalawa lang yung shortage na, or dalawa lang yung deficit natin in terms of production compared to consumption. All meats we produce more than we eat, except for two, goat and poultry. Yun dalawa lang. So I don't know if they want to move towards that, no? Na mag-shift na lang sila sa iba. Chicken naman, we have a new problem with avian, 'di ba? Nagka-avian, saan ba yan? Pampanga, 'di ba? May mga bagong avian. So, my recommendation to Dr. Loida in our provincial veterinary office is, syempre mag-ingat pa rin tayo kasi yun, dyan naman sila magaling, di ba? Na talagang nag-iingat kasi this is, kumbaga, parang COVID to eh. Di ba? Infection to eh. But we can't be too strict. Kasi if we're too strict, syempre, the flip side is tataas ng tataas ang presyo kasi konti ang supply. So, even months ago, I asked Dr. Loida na we have to approve as many meat sellers and shippers as possible. Kasi syempre, the more we approve, the more supply. And sana that will keep the price reasonable. So recently, we've approved so many meat vendors, pork, sinassign ko, and I keep pushing them, let's keep approving kasi kawawa din yung tao. No? Even the fast food restaurants, di ba? I mean, kulang. Kulang talaga. So same with poultry and itong avian. If they're not coming from infected areas, tuloy lang. Kung galing dun sa infected area, syempre, kailangan may clearance at may negative test ang farm. But we can't overreact, no? And overregulate kasi masyadong masakit sa consumer. And we'll have shortages talaga that we're already seeing. Ito, if you guys want some numbers dito sa livestock, kasi maganda to actually, we should know this stuff eh. Ito po, this is as of last year. No, this is data for 2021. Sufficiency level of livestock. So kung naka 100% tayo, we produce as much as we consume, 'di ba? Beef, we're at 142. Cara beef, we're at 640. Pork, last year at least, we were at 175%. So all, 'di ba? All surplus. Um, I don't know how to pronounce this. Chevon? Basta goat to. Kambing to. 78%. So kulang nga tayo pagdating sa goat. And poultry meat, were last year at least, we were only at 49. So kulang din. Our total is 129%, meaning we produce more than we consume, which is good. But yun nga, yung dalawa may deficit pa.
Follow up.
Sir, follow up lang po. Meron po akong nakita kanina nabasa na meron po kayong parang um, loan program para sa mga MSMEs. Is this applicable as well to those swine growers, sir?
Yeah, I think so. Why not? But in fact, yun nga, for ASF, we want to uh, gawa tayo ng programa specifically para sa kanila. Yeah. But yung mga micro loans, tuloy naman yan for all MSMEs. And alam nyo naman yung MSMEs, what is it, halos 98% ba? Kasi yung medium, malalaki rin eh. 'Di ba? Ilan lang yung hindi medium or smaller sa atin eh. Most talaga pasok sa micro, small, and medium. So they would qualify naman talaga. But for them nga, for ASF, gusto natin ng talagang specialized and increased program of support para sa kanila. And I think at this point kasi kailangan natin ng ano eh, anong tawag doon, multiple income, 'di ba? Like with inflation nowadays, mahirap kung isa lang yung source of revenue mo eh. 'Di ba? Mahirap talaga eh. So for example, kung livestock grower ka or um, swine grower or hog grower, sana they can also consider no other livestock, agri, 'di ba? Related livelihood.
Afternoon, Gob. You've mentioned earlier about your initial meeting with the PBBM. Is there any big plans for Ilocos Norte? And what is or your request in the incoming dinner with the PBBM? Thank you.
Thanks, Bernard. Well, wala naman specific na plano niya para sa Ilocos, but he assured me na talagang priority tayo, no? Na walang ano, pagdating sa development and sa prioritization, talagang mauna ang Ilocos Norte, no? So, walang problema doon. But syempre, medyo larger scale at national ang mga problema niya. So, I think thankfully he's leaving that. Well, maybe not thankfully, but he's leaving that to me. To see what to best address dito sa atin. And yeah, right now we've been busy kasi budget season na yun. No? So we want to secure as much support as possible from the national government dito po sa budget natin for 2023. And hopefully, kasama naman po natin si Kong Martin bilang majority floor leader as of now, if I'm not mistaken, di ba? And then Kong Sandro, Kong Angelo, nandiyan pa si Sen Aimee, and of course, led by our president. No? We're really hoping and expecting na tataas ang budget ng Ilocos Norte, even coming from the national government.
But you do not have special requests, sir, from you?
Well, to be honest, I don't want to trouble my uncle na rin eh, di ba? Siyempre, ang dami niyang problema when I see him. Ayoko naman, i-add magdagdag sa mga problema niya, no? At sa mga iniisip niya. But for me, siguro yung mga big ticket na gusto ko talagang i-prioritize, unang-una yung third bridge. 'Di ba? Yung sa eastern side, which has already been initiated, I think 2020. Nag-start na po ang DPWH to build our third bridge, or technically the name is San Nicolas Lawag Bypass Road. San Nicolas, 'di ba? Tama ba? SN Lawag Bypass Road. So they're already consolidating the land dun sa San Nicolas side behind Robinson's. And then basically dito po babagsak on the eastern side, not too far from Gilbert. No, hindi naman yung kagaya ng isang bypass na medyo malayo ng konti, no? Hindi nasa sentro. Ito medyo nasa sentro pa. Hopefully, no? DP already has a master plan which I approved, and it still hits Centro to alleviate the traffic at Gilbert. That's one. The third bridge. Well, a lot of FMRs, no? A lot of road networks improvement na medyo na delay. Another thing is, as I mentioned sa speech ko sa inauguration, is yung mga bike lanes. Bike lanes and even bike parking racks, 'di ba? Dito sa Lawag City. Well, something to think of in the future is public transpo. Dito, especially dito sa sentro, sa Lawag City, kasi it's becoming really congested, 'di ba? Sama ng traffic natin, walang parking. And in fact, kaya talagang iniisip ko, wala tayong solusyon dito sa Lawag Sentro kundi bike, walk, 'di ba? Basically, in fact, yung iniisip ko dapat mag-park tayo sa labas eh. 'Di ba? Kasi ganoon naman sa ibang bansa, 'di ba? Hindi ka magpa-park talaga sa sentro kasi sayang ang space, 'di ba? Park ka sa labas, and then better kung train, 'di ba? Or something na high-tech, 'di ba? Or shuttle na madali, 'di ba? But basically, we need to encourage and normalize dito sa sentro walking and biking. 'Di ba? Pero syempre, medyo cultural na rin 'yan. Hindi tayo sanay. 'Di ba? Ayaw naman natin masyadong pawis pagdating sa trabaho, 'di ba? But and of course, isang factor din yung init, no? Iba yung araw natin. But those are long-term goals. And then the big one, of course, is also the transport terminal. No, where we secured 380 from DOTR, which we're in the final stages na nasa DOF na for downloading na lang yung 380 million. And then economically speaking, the two biggest are the improvement of Lawag International Airport. Diba? We've already upgraded from level 6 to level 7. Kasi yung ka-up may parang levels yan eh. So pag naka 9 po tayo, ibig sabihin pwede na tayo mag-cater to international flights na malaking aircraft. We were at 6, as mentioned, nasa 7 na tayo. So we're gonna make our way, hopefully, to level 9 for LIA, or Lawag International Airport. And then, well, the two ports, no, pagdating sa trade and commerce and investments, wala nang mas mahalaga kundi yung dalawang ports natin actually. Kasi mas mura, syempre, pag by sea. No? So we need to get yung cargo natin by sea. So that is of course yung PPA sa Corimao, and then we're looking at hopefully activating yung mga private ports sa Badok side naman, di ba?
Okay, so magiging gateway na ang Ilocos Norte sa Southeast Asia na gaya ng nasabi ninyo sa inaugural speech
Sana,
niyo, Governor.
sana.
Sana. Okay, next to ask question, Dennis from GMA 7.
Good afternoon, Gob. Marami na pong umaangal na farmers natin dahil mataas po yung production cost mula land preparation hanggang sa anihan po ng palay. Humihirit po sila ng fertilizer subsidy. Any comment to, Governor?
Yeah, in fact, sa akin hindi na dapat subsidy, ano na lang, bigay na lang. Oo. In fact, I don't know kung nakuha nyo yung ano, did we send it? We sent it to you guys, hindi pa yata. Yung agri ka dito, hotline. We sent it, di ba? Oo. Anyway, send ko ulit kung hindi pa na-send. But, basically, yun ang konsepto po nun, no? Parang full service. Kahit anong kailangan nila mag-request, basta mabilis na validation lang kung talagang deserving or, registered, magbibigay kami. So, fertilizer, we've been giving, syempre, a lot of fertilizer, soil conditioner, seeds, equipment, machinery. We've been giving a lot. But, yun nga yung concern ko, is syempre, you can't give everyone, di ba? May mamimiss ka talaga. So, hopefully, the hotline will help with that, na talagang kahit sino, kahit hindi kasama sa co-op, kahit maliit na farmer, 'di ba? Request at tanggap.
Okay. Good afternoon. And for the information is about seemingly shortage not only of chicken meat but also egg, because we are buying it at a weekly basis. And the latest that we learned from our suppliers is eggs coming from Lawag City is coming from the province of Ilocos Sur. The producer, the Luis, the Ang, sabi nila wala na daw supply coming from them. So siguro it's part. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's part of the information as to the situation of supply about egg. And secondly, sir, that we would want to relate to you is the start of construction of towers, the communication. I interviewed the regional coordinator. According to him, they will be starting construction of the model tower identified in Badok, Batak, Lawag, Burgos, and Pagudpud. But the problem that was related to me is it regular for them to collect 70,000 for processing fee to those potential areas, meaning the lot that they will be renting. They will pay 70,000 to the company. I think Odena
Sorry, can we clarify lang? So, what power company is this?
telecommunication company, sir. I think Odena.
Okay.
Oo, sir.
Telecom.
Oo. Through B. Bautista Construction. In partnership with that. They will be constructing the tower, the telecommunications company. And then initially 5 model towers to be constructed.
Is this connected to sa network, 'di ba? Which network is this?
Dito, sir.
Dito, yeah,
Odena,
okay.
Dito,
Yeah, matagal na sila. They've been trying for a few. They've been operating and setting up, 'di ba, for a few years na.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And the problem that was related to me personally, is that those potential areas to be constructed, kasi it's a per barangay,
Mm.
up to per barangay tower to be constructed. The owner of the lot will pay 70,000 as processing fee for the in securing those permits needed in the construction of tower. I will relate to you this information, sir, so that at your level as the governor, is this regular for the company to charge lot owners in the amount of 70,000 pesos?
Yeah, honestly, it sounds a bit well, obviously it doesn't sound right, no? Parang hindi naman tama na
Yeah.
private ang magbabayad. But I don't know. I think we have to validate and investigate a bit more, no? Ayoko naman din mag-comment na wala pang facts, no? But I'm happy to ano.
And
I need to investigate basically. So pasabi na lang sa akin
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
kung sino to.
They are locating places or barangays per barangay in the whole province through their locators. And I think one in Solsona and others, other municipalities. And all those potential areas had already paid 70,000, sir.
Mga private nagbayad na?
Yung lot owner.
Ayun nga.
Yung lot owner,
But I don't know, I'm just speculating. But baka naman that's because sila yung may-ari. So baka the payment didn't come from them, but it's under their name kasi sila yung may-ari ng
and
lupa.
ang ano sir, the explanation is that they rent the lot.
Ayun nga. So they're already receiving.
Not yet, sir. Hindi pa. Because it will undergo soil testing, and that is the purpose.
Sorry, the network or the telecom company is renting the private lot.
Will, because they had not yet started construction. But the problem is that they still undergo the process of soil testing. Now they are charging the lot owners at 70,000 for, according to them, construction for soil testing and other permits needed in the construction of
Right.
towers.
Yeah. Siguro let's validate muna. Hard to comment kasi mukhang magulo.
And their officer is located at Barangay Conayan in Batak City. Solar Mindanao Corporation in partnership with B. Bautista Construction Corporation.
Sige po. I-check na lang namin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Kaunayan.
Kaunayan Batak, sir. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Thanks. But that maganda to talk about that kasi yun din ang frustration ng mga ibang networks, 'di ba? Na paminsan mabagal ang mga permit and such. So that's another priority of mine, no, is to improve itong connectivity natin. So, we've been in constant communication with Smart and the Smart group or the PLDT group, the Globe group, of course. Ditto, we welcome them here, and Converge as well, no? Na sana makakatulong sa connectivity natin.
Good afternoon, Gov. Follow-up lang sa question ni Dennis kanina. I just want to inform you, Gov, that the fuel subsidy for farmers have already distributed this morning in OPAG, in Paway. The one I referred it to you before. Okay, thank you, Gov. Then my question, Gov, this is very possible, Governor, since you are now in your second term and you are the closest governor to the president. Will you consider being the league president of Governors League? You are no longer OJT, Gov.
Second term na to.
Actually, kausap ko si Gov Dax Kua noon. But I told him, no need. I have enough work here. For me, sometimes, I don't want to assume any positions or additional work or, mahirap din. I'd rather just focus on what I have to do at hand. But I do hope to take a more active role sa NEDA natin, sa RDC. Kasi sabi ni PBBM sa akin na mag mag-participate ka na dun sa mga Regional Development Council meetings kasi yun talaga ang approach ni PBBM, 'di ba? Sabi niya, NEDA sila ang mag-guide ng policies and yung pag-govern niya, the larger economic policy. So to be honest, yung sa RDC, hindi ako masyadong aktibo doon. I think I attended one of the first ones and then nakita ko medyo ano yata 'to, alam mo na, kumbaga going through the motions lang, 'no? Ministerial ba tawag dun? Symbolic. But hopefully now, yun nga, with PBBM relying more on NEDA, the Regional Development Council can be an opportunity for us, no, in terms of development. Especially now, nagbago na po lahat ng governors natin, 'di ba? Walang na re-elect. So all of the Region 1 governors last term, bago na lahat, 'di ba? Well, of course, Gov Ryan, I think graduated, 'di ba? And he is now the vice governor. But even the other two, alam niyo na, si Gov Pakoy and Gov Pogi.
So pag sa RDC si Governor, you will be the chairman
Well,
if
I
in
don't know.
case.
I don't know. Pwede, we can consider it, no? Yeah.
Thank you, Gov. Thank you.
But yeah, dun sa LPP, no, yun nga, we have an event on Friday. To be honest, when COVID happened, hindi na rin ako masyadong aktibo sa LPP. But siguro they want to use me also, 'di ba? Kasi ako yung ano,
Taga-bulong kay Presidente.
yeah, ako yung in nila.
What if all of the governors will push you, Gov?
Then I push back. No, let's see. Honestly, there's so many more senior members than me, so I don't think I'm qualified to be the head of LPP. You know, they know better yung mga dynamics, no? So we'll leave it to them. But I told GovDax and LPP that I'll support them, of course, bilang counterpart and fellow governor nila.
Okay, Arlene.
Good afternoon, Governor. Ano na po ang latest advice ni ng PHO Ruedas regarding sa dengue case? Sir, kasi tumataas po ang bilang ng mga nagkakasakit na po.
Well, I haven't heard any recent recommendations, no, from her. But I do know we were able to distribute some items, no, to the municipal and barangay level. I don't think we're critical naman, no. I've seen some national news, some stats na parang yung iba talagang ano na, no? Parang nasa red or nasa critical levels. Tayo, I don't think, wala pa naman tayo. Diba? Yeah, mostly NCR. So,
Yes, sir.
not a pressing crisis necessarily. But syempre, kailangan mag-ingat pa din.
Sir, regarding sa hospital, nabayaran na po ba lahat yung lot? Kasi matagal na po yun na ginagamit ng provincial government noong
Oo nga.
si PBBM ang governor.
Yun nga,
Sir,
ang dami tayong ano, bakit biglang interesado kayo sa mga financials namin Ang daming mga updates sa loans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
PD,
provincial
Governor.
budget. Sa provincial hospital, ano na lang po, pwede ko bang i-share to? Small amount na lang, basta sabihin natin. Almost fully paid.
How about po yung PDN, Governor? Plaza del Norte.
Matatapos po by this year. Will be fully paid this year. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's another thing, no? Na yeah, another burden. We have to we're in the process of finalizing a new operator or management for PDN. Um, well, yeah. Basically, even Rivermount itself is not yet open to the public, as far as I know, diba? So, I don't think ganun ka-interesado sila in terms of pushing tourism now. Kasi syempre, it's a bit slower than before. But I think pabalik na. No, we're seeing more and more tourists. And of course, PDN is a bit older, but malaki pa rin at maganda naman ang um, facility. So we're looking to lease out PDN again.
Hello po, Governor. Good afternoon po. Sir, balik po tayo sa LIA, Lawag International Airport. Kasi nabanggit niyo po noon na may mga other airline companies po na interesado po na magkaroon ng flight sa LIA. Kumusta na po yung mga transaction or mga proseso po sa sa kagustuhan po ng mga airline companies?
Okay naman po. Our team met with Cebu Pac the last month, I think it was, maybe 3 weeks ago. So they're still interested, both Cebu Pac and AirAsia. So we're hopeful naman na either both or at least one will re-enter, no, will resume their flights here. And PAL has also increased their flights to Lawag. We're now at 11 flights a week. Dati, I think umabot tayo sa 12, 'di ba, pre-COVID. So we're almost at pre-COVID frequencies no, pagdating sa PAL flights. So yeah, hopefully by this year, lahat this year, no? Hopefully by this year, makakapasok ang AirAsia and Cebu Pac.
Thank you po.
Okay, may questions pa kayo, mga kasama? Si Irene? Irene. Our Irene.
Gob, nakipag-meeting sa iyo kanina si Consul Zoyubin. So, pwedeng malaman po ko kung ano po yung napag-usapan po.
Hindi niyo ba nabalitaan? Yan, oo, alam niyo na, 'di ba? Kayo na mas nauna naman kayo sa akin, eh. Yeah, Penang ba 'yan? Not Penang. Anyways, he's being moved to sorry, not being moved. He actually has been promoted. Yeah. He will now be consul general in Malaysia. Tama. So we'll be expecting a new Chinese consul late August now. So yeah, we thank Consul Joe and the entire Chinese consulate na talagang malaking tulong sa COVID-19. So napaka-thankful po kami sa kanila and we wish him well and we thank Consul Joe on behalf of our Kakailian.
Okay, last question na yata ito, si Emma from PIA.
And good afternoon po, Gov. So, for the tourism sector po, Gov, ano po yung plan nyo for increased tourism po, especially with the lowering restrictions for COVID?
Right. That's another priority sector, no? We're actually setting a meeting with Secretary Frasco for later this month. Baka after, magsasona pala si BBM, no? 25. So baka then, punta kami and we'll meet with her. I was able to meet her dun po sa inauguration ni BBM and I invited her to come visit Ilocos Norte. So, I think unang-una, mahalaga po ang partnership sa DOT. No? Napakahalaga. So, we want to be very closely aligned with DOT, especially bilang home province ni PBBM. No? Sana ma-push naman kami, 'di ba? Naiinggit na kami sa Palawan, Siargao, Cebu, Baguio, bakit sila lang, 'di ba? Coron, 'di ba? So, bakit sila? Dapat pala hindi ko sinabi Palawan, no? But unang-una, partnership with DOT is very key. Our ad campaign which we launched, we're still in the process of we're still launching basically, no? So we'll continue to do more promotions. Pangatlo is our product development, no? We need to develop more sites, more packages, itong Marcos Trail, 'di ba, na we foresee more people coming to experience the home of the president and of course the former president, no? So well, we're also looking at hosting some new events. Um, si Carl Murphy, 'di ba? Sa Ikani and Zephyr will be hosting a surf event. I think kaka-announce lang niya, I forget the date, but it will be soon. Yung small surf event niya, I said we'll support. And hopefully also we'll be welcoming kite surfing. Of the first kite surfing event, I think, na under the Philippine Kite Surfing Association, PKA. We're doing a cycling event, 'di ba? Malapit na yata. We'll have a cycling event soon. So sports tourism, we want to continue to push. And I think I've been meaning to meet also with our hotel operators, especially yung mga nasa Saud, 'di ba? Kasi paminsan yun ang problema natin na medyo um, aged, 'di ba? Yung mga kwarto natin are medyo luma na and then mataas ang presyo. So we have to really provide value sa mga turista natin na at par, 'di ba? Sa mga iba. And then of course development, even we have development sa municipal beach sa Saud, 'di ba? We've started Avis Falls, 'di ba? And then well we were able to do a couple of new sites, 'di ba? Yung Stack Stones, Mirror sa Suba, Poway Lake Water Park. We want to develop also Solsona Apayao, 'di ba? Badok Island may also have movement soon in terms of a development. So many more developments and sites. And then of course, yung mga main na popular natin, we have to maintain and protect, 'di ba? Para syempre ecotourism eh. We need to make sure na maayos pa din. Malinis and harness, no?
Okay, Gov, may hirit pa si Dennis. Final na daw to.
Recently kayo po ay nag-guest sa founding anniversary ng Apayao, Kalanasan. Napag-usapan niyo po ba yung boundary dispute po from Adams and Kalanasan, sir?
No. To be honest, no. Yeah. Hindi napag-usapan ng dispute, but I heard of that and I'm also aware of the dispute in Adams, 'di ba? So, meron din. But as of now, wala naman, hindi naman siya naging issue. So, okay lang.
Okay, maraming salamat. Wala na po tayong question. I think na-update na po lahat kami sa mga issues and balita dito sa Kapitolyo by our governor. So, Governor, kung may message sa po kayo at syempre your closing remarks.
Thank you. Well, yeah, i-share ko na lang yung Agrica dito hotline. Hindi pa ako sanay sa name. Hindi ako nag-name nun. But yeah, pasabi na lang kasi, nakakaawa naman yung mga nagsasabi na hindi na sila magtatanim kasi masyadong mahal, 'di ba? Sakto, sakto na 'yon, patapos ang first cropping. So baka makahabol pa tayo. So please help na lang in disseminating sa lahat ng mga manlalon po natin na may ganitong support kami and we'll give as quickly as we can.